What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. Today's video is going to be the title update 10 patch notes for the PTS that is releasing very shortly actually. When this video goes live, you guys will be able to go and test the PTS on PC. It'll not be available for console unfortunately, but there are some really huge changes that have happened. Now these patch notes, at the time of me viewing them, were released about 2 hours prior. So we're going to go over them not in complete detail because there was a lot more than I anticipated. There's way more than I thought there was going to be. PvP changes are quite big. There's quite a big PvP section, so I'm going to just briefly go through them. I will leave a link in the description for you guys to go and check them out. Read through them before you play the PTS. So let's go over this. So this is going to be starting very soon. For the first phase, now remember the PTS has different phases. They can change almost every day, sometimes while you're playing. Like within 2 hours of it releasing, they might nerf something or buff something. It happens all the time. The last PTS, if you guys know, we knew what happened because they would actually let us know. The patch notes are constantly getting updated, so you need to keep in the loop for it, and I will be giving you guys all that information. I will be streaming the PTS as well on Twitch and YouTube, so make sure to follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, and then we'll be going over it together live. I'll be testing it all day, so we're going to go over it, guys. So the first thing we're going to go over is, I think a lot of people are excited, there are new exotics. So there's a sniper rifle, a mask, a double barrel rifle, a magnum revolver. So the SRS sniper rifle called the Mantis. Your scope view displays additional information about enemies not targeting you, headshots and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you amplified by 50%. So this is actually quite insane. It's multiplicative damage, probably. We're gonna have to test and see. So all of this is speculation. This is bound to change. This is just I'm gonna have to do a lot of testing to see whether or not this is too strong, too weak. So it's hard to gauge because we haven't had a chance to actually test these items yet. Headshot kills reset the cooldown of the decoy skill. This bonus will wait until the decoy goes on cooldown if currently active. Next one is the mask called the Vial. Status effects also apply a damage over time debuff for 10 seconds. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. It's quite interesting. I don't really understand what they mean by that. It's going to be strange to see how this works because concussion grenades are a bit annoying to throw and quite clunky, especially when you're considering using them with status effects, so we're going to have to see how that works out. This one, I remember us seeing, well, there was a video on one of the Ubisoft, there was Ubisoft press conference and they actually released this. I remember if you guys watched the live stream with me, they showed this gun. It actually looked very interesting, so this is good, what it's going to be, the Ravenous. One trigger pull, fire both barrels at once. So I'm interested to see what the base damage is going to be for this. This is one of the guns I want to try it the quickest because rifles are not getting nerfed too much. Assault rifles, especially in PvP, are getting I think it's about a 20% reduction in damage. So that's going to be interesting to see how this pulls out. So let's have a look. When fired from the right shoulder, hits add offensive primers and defensive primers when fired from the left shoulder. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all of the opposite shoulder's primers when present. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage, while each defensive primer grants plus 4% bonus armor and plus 10% amplified damage to armor plates for 5 seconds. That's very complicated. I think it's just going to be down to testing it out. If you guys understand and you've seen it, you know, I don't think you have because it's quite strange the way that they're wording this. We're going to have to just check and see what buffs, what debuffs it, exactly how it works. Primer effectiveness is doubled at 10 stacks. Then we've got a Magnum Revolver. The Regulus, I don't know how to pronounce that, but headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion, dealing 400% weapon damage and applying bleed to all enemies hit. High base damage. Interesting. So this could be, if you guys like the pistols, like the Liberty, this could be another option, which is nice. We need another option as well. And this seems to be focusing on explosive and bleed. So this could be an ongoing directive piece that you could add on top of it to make it even stronger. Interesting. So we've got a whole bunch of new gear sets. I'm very excited for Eclipse Protocol because this seems to be a proper, like a pyro set, a status effect set. We've got the Eclipse Protocol, Foundry Bulwark, and a Future Initiative. So the Eclipse Protocol, the core is skill tier yellow. 2-piece will be 15% status effects. The 3-piece will be plus 15% skill haste and 30% hazard protection. The 4-piece indirect transmission. Enemies that die while affected by a status effect spread those status effects to another enemy within 15 meters, which is quite a distance, and refresh 50% the duration. This could be great to add with the, I think, well, to use the Pestilence with this build. I think it would work quite well together and synergize well. So chest piece talent, proliferation, increases indirect transmission range from 15 to 20. That's a big difference. And refresh percentage from 50 to 75. So it seems like they're giving us more initiative to run these chest piece and backpack talents. See, look at the backpack one. System aggravator. Amplifies all damage you deal to status effect targets by 15%. So it seems to be a combination of damage, not just status effect. I like this. This is sparking my attention. Next one is the core is actually blue, so it's an armor one. So the 2-piece is 10% armor. That's a very good 2-piece, by the way. We're probably going to be able to get over 2.1 million armor now because of this. Interesting. 3 pieces plus 3% armor regen for you, those of you guys who like armor regen. I'm not really a big fan. 4 pieces makeshift repairs. Whenever you or your shield take damage, 40% of that amount is repaired to both over 10 seconds. The chest piece increases makeshift repairs from 40 to 60. Backpack talent improved materials increases makeshift repairs speed from 10 seconds to 6 seconds. Big differences there, which is good. Then the final one's future initiative. The core is skill. The yellows. 2-piece 15% repair skills. Seems like we've got a healer, a proper healer build now, guys. This is interesting. The 3 pieces plus 15% skill duration, which does apply to your healing skills, and skill haste. Ground control. Increase you and your allies' total weapon damage and skill damage by 15% when at full armor. When you repair an ally, that actually could be good with safeguard on the backpack. When you repair an ally, you and your allies within 5 meters of you are also repaired for 60% of that amount. Wow. Chest talent. Tactical superiority. Increases ground control damage bonus from 15 to 25. That's a big difference. Backpack talent. Advanced combat tactics. Increase ground control proximity repair from 60 to 120. These gear sets sound very strong, and I cannot wait to test them. I will be streaming, so make sure you guys stop by because this is absolutely insane. Now, there is a lot more. I'm going to go over this very briefly. If you guys want to pause the video or you want to go over it, but I'm going to go over the things that really spark my attention. So we've got new talents, Future Perfect. We've got weapon talent, In Sync. Skill damage as well, like Spike. There's a backpack talent, Adrenaline Rush. When you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. That is really interesting. Stacks up to 3 times. 60%. Is that going to be 60%? It's only 5 seconds though. This could be a great talent to use with system corruption. I'm just getting a whole bunch of ideas and I can't wait to put them into place. The thing is, guys, is I will be releasing builds in the PTS, but with all of those, they are subject to change. Now, a lot of the builds we make will still be good. I mean, they don't completely nerf or buff things, but they can at any time, so just remember that. Chest talent. This sounds interesting. Headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds. That's plenty of time. Deals 125% of that killing blows damage. Nemesis. Imagine. Let's go. This damage is capped to... okay, never mind. 1,500% of your weapon damage. That is interesting, though. Gameplay changes. Have a look, guys. I don't know what they mean by that. Reduce how many elites will spawn in the following mission. Less elites. I don't know why. I didn't see too much of a problem. Loot. You guys can pause that and have a look through that. Vendors. Added named items to both open world and dark zone vendors. Vendor resets are going to be good again. Increased prices for named items. Increased item quality for all vendors. Vendors no longer sell superior quality, that is purple, at maximum level. So when you reach level 40, no more purples, which is really, really good. Conflict. Added season experience gain on conflict level up. So we're finally going to be getting SHD levels from playing Conflict. That's actually quite a big deal because I know a lot of people who love playing Conflict and they'll be happy to hear that. I'm just going to go over everything here, nothing too special. PvP. This is going to be a significant section here. TTK was the big problem, and this is a big deal because you just died too quick. So this is quite interesting. Increased MMR PvP weapon damage by 12%. Reduced global PvP weapon damage. So that's all across the board by 20%, which is huge. So add that additional, like the individual weapons, add that on addition. So just plus them there. So 20%, then further rifle 5%. Then SMG 10%. So skill modifier, reduce bleed damage from Stinger Hive, mortar turret, and explosive seeker mine by 75%. No mention of burn damage, which is interesting because burn damage is actually the worst, if you guys know it. You can tick someone for 70,000 a tick with burn. So we've got increased double barrel shotgun PvP damage by 20%. That's going to be interesting because you can 2-tap with that shotgun. So I don't know why they've done this, but we're going to have to check. Negotiators Dilemma. Reduced the range at which marked targets can damage each other when critically hit. PvP only. I wonder what the range is going to be. Added visual UI feedback when in range of another marked target. So what this means is when you get marked, you will be aware of it, which is great. Okay, fire holster. No longer automatically applies burn status effects to the nearest enemy in range. Now requires maintaining range and line of sight for 3 seconds between the holster bearer and the nearest enemy before applying the burn status effect. Added a visual UI feedback to reveal the radius of effect in PvP and an indicator for line of sight between the holster bearer and nearest enemy. It's been nerfed completely. That sounds terrible now. I don't think anyone's going to use it, so we're going to have to see, and I'll let you guys know how good it is. Pestilence. Plague of the outcast damage over time effect no longer triggers True Patriot White debuff armor repair effect. That's terrible, because that's what made the Pestilence True Patriot build so good in PvE. I really wish they would just take it off in PvP. They should have left it in PvP, but in PvE, but taken it off in PvP. That's annoying. Oh well. Weapon balancing, guys. We've got a whole bunch of weapon balancing. If you need to pause the video or go read it for yourself, go through it. The AKM is getting a nice big buff. G36C is getting a nice buff. I love that gun, and I think it's going to be one of the best in slot, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun to use. Even the F2000, LMGs, M60 is getting a buff as well. Let's keep going down. There's a damage decrease for the MG5, but it's not really... I mean, flippin' heck, the normal MG5, there's no changes, so that's clearly still going to be the best LMG. That surprises me. Rifles, let's have a look at the M1A. Yeah, they're nerfing the M1A some more. Let's do it. I think it needs to be nerfed. It's too strong. SMGs, Tommy gun is getting a huge damage increase. We're going to have to see how that fares. The Vector SBR has got a damage increase, so there's damage increases, but remember, across the board, it's going to be decreases in damage for PvP as well, but that doesn't apply for PvE. Shotguns, we've got some increases, decreases. No decreases. I wouldn't have said. Okay, so we've got some gear set changes. This is quite a lot. If you guys want to go and just click the... I don't want to go over everything. It's going to take me too long. I'm more interested in the new stuff. I'm going to be looking at this on the live stream. So come over here, just read it, pause the video if you guys want to. We got some interesting brand set changes. Okay, so 2-piece accuracy bonuses for Overlord is now 20%. That makes it very viable, especially if you're a console player and you want to use an LMG. That's very good. Nice. Increase for the Fenris. Increases 2-piece reload speed from 10 to 20. Stability from 10 to 20. Nice. That's very good. I like that. So spike, duration, reformation, creeping, death. No longer goes on cooldown if there are no valid enemies nearby to apply status effects. Status effects applied now. Properly copy the source status effects damage and duration. I use this on my power build now, so this is better. This is good news for me. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of bug fixes. Come and check it out, guys. I'm excited. I'm going to be streaming all quite often on Twitch and YouTube. Links will be down below. Subscribe, leave a like, and well, I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.